Today we're going to review the steps to register your loan and generate disclosures for the borrower. If you're at the Angel Oak MS website, you're first going to select TPO Portal Login on the left-hand side of the screen. Here you'll be directed to log in. The username is your email address. Next, you'll click on Continue. And here you'll be directed to enter in your password. To register a new loan, we're going to click on the Add New Loan button at the top of the screen. Next, you're going to select the loan officer and the loan processor that are tied to this loan file. It's very important that you're selecting the correct loan officer. If you do not see your loan officer in the drop-down list, please go to our Angel Oak website, click on Broker Application, and then complete this request for IDs and passwords. Our TPO team will then add that loan officer into the drop-down for you. This is a very important step because the loan officer selected here is who will be prompted to apply their e-signature. So it's very important that we get this right up front. Next, we're going to click to browse for our 3.4 file. So you'll find wherever you've saved that locally, and then select Next, and the system's going to upload all of that 3.4 information into the file. You're going to make sure that your application date is within at least 2 days of today's date, which will give our team at least 1 day to disclose in the event that you cannot generate disclosures directly to your borrower. Next, you're going to click on Register at the top of the screen. Our next step is to go to the Product, Pricing, and Lock section. Here, you're going to enter in information about the loan. This can be found on the quick qual that was issued by the account executive. So we can see this file is the Investor Cash Flow Program, which is our DSCR program. That's one of our non-QM products, and the income verification type is that DSCR Investor Cash Flow. You're going to enter in any of the missing information, and this lock application is pulling all of the information directly from your 3.4 file. Next, we're going to look for that qualifying credit score, and that also can be found on your quick qual. So right here we see the borrower's FICO. We're going to enter that in. It's very important that that matches your quick qual because that does impact pricing on the loan. We're going to indicate what period we either want to lock or float. And then if it's an investment property, you'll see several different prepayment penalty options. We have no prepayment all the way up to a 5-year prepay. So you'll make that selection and then pick your compensation type. You can do borrower paid or lender paid compensation. Next, we're going to click on See Rates to get that pricing stack. Here I can scroll through the different pricing options. I'm going to go with this option that's pretty close to par. Right now I'm not ready to lock in my loan, so I'm just going to select the pricing and float the rate. This is just a reminder that I will need to come back later to lock in that loan file. Next, we're going to go to the Request Disclosures section. Here we're going to enter in any information that we need. Since I selected borrower paid, I can set either a dollar amount or a percentage. I highly recommend setting a percentage. Then, if your loan amount is adjusted during the loan process, you'll be able to keep that percentage static. You're going to answer any of the questions that are required and then choose a title provider. You can either default to a national or select a title provider that's local to you. We're going to click to proceed to the next screen. And here we have the ability to edit some of our fees. So let's say that we know this appraisal is going to cost a little bit more because we're getting a rush. We can select this edit icon and then update that amount and save the fee. So we can see now that fee has been updated. If you want to remove fees, you can use this red X or edit them with the pencil icon. Next, we're going to click to proceed. This is giving us a preview of what our loan estimate looks like. We can go back to the fee itemization or edit those initial inputs by clicking these buttons at the top, or we can take a look at this loan estimate and see if it's what we were expecting. We can also preview the SSPL and then take a look at our compliance results. This loan's exempt since it is an investment property, but if you click on the detail, you can see what the fee limits would have been and what the variance is. So we're just going to click to proceed and then take a look at our summary. Everything looks good. Click to proceed again. Here we'll see if our loan is available for the self-generated disclosure option. We're continually adding options to this generate disclosures. So let's go ahead and get started if we do qualify. Many states have state-specific disclosures that we may need to answer questions for. This is a Florida property, so it's asking if there's a conflict of interest. If we click on this little eye icon, it'll give us more information. I'm going to say that we do not have a conflict of interest, and then go ahead and save that information back to the loan so the proper disclosures can be generated. We are going to click to proceed again. And we see this message that we do need to look at the 1003 to verify the contact information for the borrower. This is very important because the disclosures are going to be sent to the email address that's listed on that 1003. And the cell phone number and home phone number listed on the 1003 may be used for an authorization code for the borrower. So it's very important that we do check that information and get it right. So if we click on this 1003 link, we can pop that out of the file and then double check that this cell phone and email address are accurate. We can also go back and look through this entire loan package to make sure that everything looks good prior to sending it to the borrower. And we can go back to make edits if there are things that we need to change, or if there's information on the 1003 that needs to be updated, you can always navigate back here on the left-hand side of the screen. If this Disclose to Borrower button is available, we can select this to disclose directly to the borrower. Or if we want to request that Angel Oak instead send those disclosures, we can make that request here as well. So let's go ahead and disclose to the borrower. We can see that this disclosure package was submitted to the consumer successfully. So now your borrower will receive an email that looks very similar to this, letting them know that the package is ready for them to e-sign. They will be able to click on the hyperlink to view those documents and apply their e-signature. If you are the loan officer, you're going to want to go ahead and navigate to the e-sign portion of the loan file. Here, you're going to be able to double click on the 1003 and apply your e-signature. If there are state-specific documents that are needed for your e-signature, those will appear as well. So we're going to click on the Start button and then apply the e-signature. Once complete, we're going to click to finish that e-signing process. If the LO is not completing this step, they also are going to get an email to apply their e-signature. So it's going to look very similar to that borrower's email, and it has the same link that's taking them to our portal to apply that e-signature. If you have other loans that are missing e-sign, you'll see them up here at the top of the portal. If you already have documents, you can go ahead and navigate to the Documents section of the loan and upload them here. This will allow the file to be auto-submitted if you add a document under the Underwriting section of the loan. So by adding those underwriting documents now, as soon as the borrower e-signs, then your file will be moved to our setup queue to review. So all you need to do is add your documents right there in that underwriting folder, and then as soon as the borrower e-signs, your loan will move over to our team for review. The next thing we'll want to do is move over to the Loan Actions section and go to Texting Notifications. Here we can enter in the loan officer and the loan processor's phone numbers and then opt in to receive text messages. This will text you as the loan officer and the processor each time there's an update to the loan. So you'll be in the know as your loan progresses through the system. We hope that you send lots of loans to Angel Oak and that this is a very simple process for you. Have a great day.